Lesson 10, Overcoming Common Challenges. We will address common challenges encountered on the raw vegan path and explore effective strategies to overcome them. Challenges are a natural part of any transformative journey, and by understanding and navigating them, you will enhance your resilience and commitment. One of them is social situations, which I think is probably one of the biggest challenges out there as a raw vegan. The challenge is navigating social gatherings where raw vegan options may be limited. The solution is plan ahead by bringing raw snacks and dishes to share. Communicate your dietary choices with friends and family to create understanding. In this case, you need to make sure that you always have something with you, like snacks, packed, a small salad maybe, or also some fruit, which is really easy to bring, grapes or banana, something that doesn't mess. And you just put it in a cooler box and take it along. And you just eat that when everybody else is having their meals. That's what I usually do if they're not catering for me. Most of the time, I ask them not to cater for me because the people don't really understand how to cater for a raw vegan unless you have been educated about it. And I prefer to just bring my own food and then they can actually taste the food. You can always bring a bit more and then you can show them how nice it is, that it's not boring. It's not just a salad. It's just, the salads that people make. It's just cucumber, tomato, and lettuce. And it's not just a sad salad. You're going to make this amazing big salad with a lot of ingredients in it that's very filling. And the salad dressing is just going to be divine. I always had positive responses to all the dishes that I make. Everybody loves the dishes. Nutritional balance. The challenge is ensuring the balanced intake of essential nutrients on a raw vegan diet. The solution is to educate yourself on nutrient-dense raw foods. Consider supplements if needed and monitor your nutrient levels regularly. It's very important to eat a large variety of foods because of your gut microbiome. You also want to feed those bacteria a variety so it can support your immune system as well and look after you, and that keeps you healthy as well. And if you feel like you need any supplement, then just take the supplements. I'm not against supplements. I think the best is everybody should feel what's the best for them. Cravings for cooked foods. The challenge is dealing with cravings for familiar cooked foods. I think everybody struggles with that in a way, raw vegans, especially at the beginning, because your body and your mind is wired for these cooked foods and the smells. This is also one of the biggest challenges. The solution is experiment with raw recipes that mimic the textures and flavors of cooked dishes. Gradually reduce the consumption of cooked foods to allow your palate to adjust. So you can always just like high raw a way of eating first, and then you adjust your palate and replace certain dishes with a raw version, like a hamburger, like a raw hamburger patty, or you can also make certain things taste. And for example, my go-to things are, for example, I call it an ice cream because I make it from frozen fruits and it tastes like a sorbet. So when everybody's having, for example, ice cream, I'll have my treat, which is the sorbet ice cream that I make, which tastes amazing. It actually tastes so much better than a normal sorbet ice cream because that doesn't have all the real ingredients in it, your whole ingredients. So there's a lot of ways to crave curb the cravings. Another thing is what I realized when every now and then if I tasted some cooked food while I'm a raw vegan, it happened a couple of times, of course, because we're human beings. And I just feel like after I had something like that was, let's say there's vegetable oil in it, for example, they put some vegetable oil in it, then my body just wants it the next day, it's almost like it switches on something in my brain and it just I'm craving it even more. So the best is actually not to eat too many cooked foods and in between, because then you're gonna crave it more. So it's like a slippery slope, because your mind's still almost like addicted to that food. You know, I don't like to use addicted because it's a bit of a negative word, but that's the best way I can explain it. Traveling, I'm going to do a whole section on traveling, another lesson. So I'm just going to mention the challenges is maintaining a raw vegan diet while traveling. And solutions research raw friendly options at your destination, pack raw snacks for the journey, and explore local markets for fresh produce. I always do my research, where we're going, or if we're flying, or we're driving. If you are driving, that's an easy option. Then you can just pack whatever you need. Are you going to a place where you're going to have local markets? Is it in the city? Is it outside the city? If it's outside the city, then I would just bring everything along for a couple of days. So I don't have to immediately find some shop somewhere. So I will just pack everything and put it in the car, even if the half the car is filled with my raw vegan options. And if you're flying, that's a different thing, because if you're flying locally, you can take fruits and vegetables on the plane as well to eat while you're flying. You just can't take liquid, so the salad dressing needs to be poured on the salad. But if it's in a whole form, like I would take, when we're going locally somewhere, I would just pack whatever left in the fridge so I don't waste it. I will have a whole bag full of fruits and vegetables, and I'll just take that on in my hand luggage, just take it on the plane and keep it next to my feet, for example. And I will have some of that. Or for example, the best is to take when you're flying is grapes or banana, something that doesn't mess, because you don't want the mess on the plane. But I have eaten an avocado on a plane before. You must just make sure you always have your bamboo or plastic cutlery, because obviously they won't allow you to take normal cutlery on the plane. And I actually cut the avocado with a plastic knife, and I just used the spoon to spoon it out. And I just had lettuce leaves, and because I was more less for, I was more or less for a salad. And so I actually had also baby tomatoes, a little bit of cucumber and everything. So that was amazing. And then I would add some fruit as well. Time management is also important, finding time to prepare raw meals. The solution is to plan and prep meals in advance, embrace simple and quick raw recipes. Batch preparation can save time during the week. Like I mentioned before, I prepare all my dishes in the morning. That really helps me, when I'm actually cooking for the whole family and preparing everything for the day. I will just make all my dishes as well and put them in the fridge. That really helps me. And something like smoothies, I like fresh, so I will definitely make a fresh smoothie. I don't really like to have a smoothie that's not made just now. But for example, juices, you can batch juice for the whole day as well. I've done that before when I was having sort of like a 3-day juice cleanse. Detox symptoms, that is definitely something that most of the time comes up. Not everybody has detox symptoms, but most people do. Experiencing detox symptoms as the body adjusts. And the solution, stay hydrated, get enough rest, and introduce detoxifying foods gradually. And consult with a healthcare professional if symptoms persist. So maybe it's not the detox, so you must just be careful and still contact a healthcare professional if you feel like this is not detoxing, then it can be dangerous. But the most important is stay hydrated, and you have to get enough rest. And what I usually do is, when I felt the detoxing symptoms coming on, then if it was very bad while I was the first couple of months I went raw, then I would eat more greens, because the greens slows down the detoxifying in your body. So if you eat a lot of fruit, you might get more detoxifying symptoms. And if you feel like you need to have an ease from it, because at the beginning I still got some skin rashes, while I was going raw at the beginning. So while I was already raw. and 100% raw. And then I felt like, I'm getting all these rashes, and it was very uncomfortable first. Then I would want to just slow it down and just eat more greens and stop eating fruits that makes me detox more, for example, berries or strawberries, blueberries, or grapes, for example. I didn't eat so much then. I can eat now as much as I want after going through more than a year. It doesn't affect me like that anymore, like at the beginning when everything was coming out of my body and all the toxins were leaving. Yeah, so definitely I can recommend that. Expense of organic produce. The challenge is the potential cost of organic raw produce. Obviously, in the perfect world, and we would want to eat everything organic, but that's not possible most of the time. I can't, even if I would have the money to buy everything organic in South Africa where I am, there is no organic. There's only a couple of options that's organic. So I don't even have a choice. And the solution is prioritize organic choices for the dirty dozen and explore local farmers markets for more affordable options. So the dirty dozen, you could maybe choose opt not to eat the dirty dozen fruits and veggies. Like I said, I do eat them. I just wash them with soda bicarbonate for 15 minutes. And you can explore your local markets, which I also do on every Saturday morning. I get up at 5 and I go to the market. It's amazing because you can really get fresh produce, like I mentioned earlier, and a lot of it is organic because it's small farmers, and they're not going to do pesticides that the big commercial farmers use. Consider also growing your own produce. I am growing some of my own produce in a small greenhouse, like herbs and spring onion and a little bit of lettuce. I will have a lesson on that as well. Lack of variety, that's a challenge. Feeling limited in food choices, that can be a challenge, especially if you stay in an area like Northern Europe or somewhere where you don't have a lot of options in the shops, and or they exported and they're very expensive. The solution is to explore a wide variety of fruits and veggies, nuts and seeds. If you have something that comes in or in season, or you can get it, that will help you as well. Experiment with different preparation methods to keep meals interesting. So you can dehydrate something or make something. I sometimes would put mushrooms out on the sun, cover them, put some coconut aminos on, and I would have that mushroom that's been sun cooked. I would call it sun cooked. I would just put that on my salad and it tastes amazing, just to keep it interesting. Another interesting thing to do is just to cut your fruits and vegetables in a different way, or just dish it up to yourself in a different way, a different bowl, or cut the cucumbers in a different way, or anything like that really helps with the fresh ideas, just to have so it's not boring. Family support, it is a challenge to gain the family support. I'm very lucky because my family supports me. They don't eat vegan at all, or raw vegan, not at all, but they support me and they don't mind me eating this way, as long as I make their food and I don't try to get them to eat a raw vegan diet, which I'm not forcing anybody. That's against what I believe. That's not a loving way. I think the only way that's loving is to show them. So it's in their life that I'm eating like this, and if they want to taste it, they can taste it. I do offer to them. And the solution is educate yourself, for example, educate your family of the benefits, about the benefits of the raw vegan lifestyle. That's also a good idea for them to understand why you're doing this. It's so much healthier. Like my daughter, I try to explain why is it important to stay healthy, and obviously she still has a healthy body. She's young, and it's easy then, to eat all kinds of other food. But when you start having health problems, then it's almost too late. It would be nice to just have a maintenance raw vegan lifestyle to maintain your health, which is awesome. Encourage them to join you in trying new recipes and making healthier choices, like I mentioned already just now. Mindset shift. The challenge is nurturing a positive and resilient mindset. You need to be strong, because there's always going to be people that will want to pull you down a little bit, because they want to tell you how you're going to survive on this diet, how you're going to thrive. You're not going to make it. They look at you weird. That's something that you have to always deal with. Solution is embrace the journey with an open mind, focus on the benefits, and celebrate small victories. Like, for example, when I went raw vegan, I was so tired and I didn't even exercise at all. And I mean, I lost like 10 kilograms without doing anything. I just ate really well, and I ate as much as I could. I didn't even count calories. I'm not for counting calories. And I still lost 10 kilograms. Your body just adjusts, and it knows exactly how much you need. And you will lose that weight, you don't have to worry about that. And like I said, it's not about the exercise. It's about the nutrition, what you eat, mainly about, when it comes to weight management. Seek support from the raw vegan community for motivation. That's always good to join a support group or online with some of the people that you follow, and you're welcome to contact me. I'm going to share all my details as well in this course at the end. By addressing these challenges systematically and maintaining a flexible and positive mindset, you can overcome obstacles and thrive on your raw vegan journey. It is true, it is possible, and you can do it. I've done it, and I was actually not even healthy. My skin was in a very bad state. And I did it, and it wasn't easy. I won't lie to you, but you can do it. And if you put your mind to something, you can do anything.